today's anime last stand video, I'll be showing you guys the best ways to get pearls, rerolls, jewels, and mythic shards. Now, I'm making this video because, a lot of people have either returned or hopped on ALS hitting 75k players, or 76k actually. The update dropped, so it's clear that, a lot more people are playing anime last stand. It means a lot more people need the guides, okay? But don't worry, but daily uploads are coming back, so subscribe to the channel because now, summer break is starting. I'm getting on that grind, so I'm gonna try hit 100,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna do daily uploads, daily streams potentially soon. Depends on how good old Trainmark's game is, because I need decent amount of games if I want to do daily streams. Go join the Discord server down below, because like I said, I'm going to do account videos, and if this video performs well and gets about 400 likes, I'll do a giveaway on my Discord. I'm gonna start doing like a lot of giveaways on my Discord for ALS. I'll stop yapping and let's just get straight into the video. So the first thing we're gonna go over is mythic shards. Now, one thing I do want to say, a lot of new players do ask me in the comment section, yo, okay, you show us how to get mythic shards, but what about legendary, epic, whatever? Well, you can literally do a spirit shard convert. If you are like not a new player, you're probably wondering why am I mentioning this, but I promise you there are people who ask me this. So literally all you have to do is convert, like if you want to get a mythic shard, you can convert it to legendary, epic, rare, whatever. And a lot of the methods I mentioned where you can get mythic shards from, you can also get legendary at the same time, and you can do the same thing. So the legendary shards you can actually convert into mythic shards if you just do it the other way around. You get the gist of it, so you can convert either way, so just don't worry too much about that. But yeah, let's get into it. So the mythic shard methods. Now, if you're a not new player or pro player, there's not necessarily a lot of new ways, but maybe you're missing some whatever. But this is obviously more targeted towards new players. So first you got the gold shop. Now, a lot of people don't know, but if you're lacking on mythic shards, go join the Anime Last Stand Discord and go in channel on rolls. You can actually get a roll that pings you every single time mythic shards are in the gold shop. And this is a very, very good way, because a lot of endgame players, they will have a decent amount of mythic shards and they just constantly get extra in between updates from things like events, battle passes, and the gold shop. So they don't even have to farm too many shards, because at some point they just have a lot. I am a little bit lazy. I've been a little bit lazy. I'm going to get on the grind starting from today actually. So I have 76, which is still a good amount, but there are players with way more than me. So yeah, that's one of the things. Next thing is do your daily wheel. Always do your daily wheel every single day. It's just an easy thing to do, and if you farm raids, which you're going to need to for rerolls, you'll always have jewels anyways, so you won't have to worry about the price of daily spins. So yeah, next thing is event wheel, or do your daily event wheel. You can do your event wheel spins. I'm low-key lacking on the currency because I keep spending it on essence, because I'm very lazy. But realistically, what you want to do is just farm the event currency, and you simply get this just by playing the game. I'll be honest, I don't specifically do the quests or anything like that. Every time you beat a stage, you get some presents. So just farm the game. I'll tell you to do stuff in this video. They need to farm for rerolls and shards, and you just get these along the way. So as long as you keep farming, or you keep macroing for rerolls, you'll be able to buy the mythic shards from the shop, legendary shards, the essence selectors, the rerolls, and the daily spins. You just have to grind. Like, it's nothing too crazy, alright? So those are some simple ways. If you go to tournament, now tournament is very OP in this game. It gives you a good amount of mythic shards if you do decent. As you can see here, it gives 60, 35, 20, and you want to be doing this every single time. I think they either reset it every update or every 2 updates. I kind of forgot. I'm pretty sure it's every 2, but I'm just saying every update just in case. But I'm pretty sure it's every 2 updates they reset the tournament, and it just gives very, very good rewards. So even if you don't do amazing, look, let's say it's easy. It's very easy to get 41 to 100, and you get 150 reels and 20 mythic shards, which that's nice. Like, it's free right there. So highly recommend you do your tournaments. Like let's say a new update drops and the tournament's reset. Be the update, play the tournament, and then macro. That's the strat, let's be honest. And then you got Infinity Castle gives okay rewards. You don't have to do this, but realistically, a lot of people just do it just to get the room 100 unit. I low-key have been lacking, so I've not been doing it. But look, it's easy rerolls and mythic shards, so just do Infinity Castle. Okay, next thing is battle pass. I highly recommend you buy the battle pass. It gives you good rewards. It gives you a lot of rerolls. It gives you a lot of shards. It gives you a lot of everything. So I highly recommend you buy the battle pass, or you can trade for it. A lot of people do trade battle pass, so you could probably somehow find a trade for battle pass. But yeah, I highly recommend you get the battle pass. Okay, there's no event battle pass, but if there's event battle pass, you don't really need to buy that one, to be fair. Always claim your index rewards. You just get them along by playing the game, and all you have to do is claim all. It'll give you rerolls. I don't think it'll give you shards though, actually. So my bad. This will give you a lot of shards. Once again, play the game. You just claim it. But I'm just letting you know it exists, I guess. Quests, they don't really give you shards, I don't think, actually. Yeah, that's more for rerolls. But the main ways to get shards, other than the ways I just mentioned, which you pretty much do daily, is your boss rushes and your raids and survival, whatever. So your boss rush, you'll have to do this when you want to get Gilgamesh. And then when you farm for Gilgamesh, you get a bunch of the currency, and then you can spend it on Mythic Shards, which reset every like 2 days. So always make sure you're clearing out the shop. When you get towards the end game, some people don't really even do this because they just have so many shards already. We can get rerolls from this, but if you're lazy, I'll show you the macro methods. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. You can buy these as well, and then obviously you can buy these Mythic Shards. So if you really need them, you can do these. But at some point, you just have a lot from just constantly playing the game. You got Dungeon Shop, which is the same thing. I might as well just buy these as well since I have so. Now something I forgot to mention, so I'm gonna have to quickly add it in when I'm editing the video. There is 2 ways which I don't really do, but I used to do a long time ago, which is challenges. You can do your challenges and get a chance to get in shards, but they're not really that efficient compared to the methods I told you because it's like I said, it's a chance. And then you also have your portals, which you could do. So if you're very, very desperate, if you're a new player, you could use portal. I mean, Ashen Ruins gives you an 8% chance at Mythic, 40% chance at Legendary. You know what I'm saying? These can give you a little bit of shards. Like, they're okay. But if you just do the methods I said, you'll have shards for ages. But if you're really desperate, or maybe you're not good enough or whatever, then I guess you could do some of these portals and things like that. But the best methods are the ones I mentioned earlier, if I'm being honest. I went through very, very quick, but if you actually go for all of those, you'll have a lot of Mythic Shards. And then once you clear those shops, maybe it's not about just doing your dailies. So yeah, at the start, you need a lot of Mythic Shards, but trust me, when you get to the end game and you've evoed most units, you'll be able to get enough Mythic Shards for each update quite easily. So don't stress too much about it. Once again, like I said, if you're lacking on maybe some other shards, but you got Mythic Shards, you can always just convert them down. But yeah, those are the main ways for Mythic Shards. Okay, so now we got Rerolls. So now with Rerolls, you can actually AFK farm Rerolls, and it'll be the best thing because with Mythic Shards, you can AFK challenges, but it's not necessarily the best method. Now, I want to get this out of the way. I am pretty sure, at least with my experience right now, after nerfs and things like that to Infinite, raids do indeed give more rerolls than Infinite. I've tested it myself, and raids have always given me more rerolls, and they're more efficient. And I like doing rerolls raids more because they give you jewels and emeralds and whatever. But you can always AFK Infinite if you need the yokai meat, or not yokai meat, but the things they use to level up units. So if I just find a unit that, if I just find something that I've not leveled up, Euro for example, if you need pirate meat, then you can farm Infinite and it'll give you a lot of this, and then you can level up your unit. So let's say I'm lacking on pirate meat, and the update's going to drop soon. I'll overnight Infinite once, get some rerolls and some pirate meat, but the best thing you want to AFK is raids, and I'll show you exactly how to do that and how to get into that. But first, I'll quickly show you guys some real methods. Now, I low-key forgot to mention on the Mythic Shard things, daily rewards. So I mentioned it for rerolls, but if you go to daily rewards, you actually get playtime rewards every single day, which will give you shards and rerolls and pearls. And you can see all the rewards over here for, you know, just logging every single day. You can buy rerolls here. Like I said, you can buy Mythic Shards. You can trade it in, whatever. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you just get the things that you trade in by playing the game, doing the quests. Every time you beat a stage, you get some, trade it in, buy whatever you need, and it resets every other day. So why not? Same with daily wheel, do that every day. You can't buy rerolls in the gold shop, so don't stress too much about that. Tournament gives you a lot of rerolls, especially when you get to the high placements. 650 from just doing a tournament, which realistically you don't need to do a million attempts for, especially in ALS. I think, in my opinion, ALS tournaments are a lot easier than tournaments in other games, so you don't even have to do a million attempts to get at least up here. Like, I've done tournaments a couple of times. Yeah, I didn't really struggle too much. So if I'm not struggling, then neither should you guys. So then you can get some rerolls from Infinity Castle, like I already said. Battle Pass gives a very good amount, in my opinion. So you can trade for it or buy it. I usually buy it and I get a good amount of rerolls. So even when I'm lacking, because I've not farmed rerolls, just claim more on the Battle Pass and I get a hefty amount. It'll take me quite a while to, you know, calculate. So if anyone in the comments knows how much it gives, then maybe they can drop it. But the main ways that I'm going to at least show you is how to AFK raids. Because also you got the shops that will give you rerolls. As you say, 50, 50, 50 over here. Let me actually buy some the shots from you actually real quick. And then obviously you got all the dungeon shops that give you rerolls. But you kind of get the point with those. But what I want to see is raids, okay? And obviously you got boss rush. Wait. Yeah, you got all the boss rush rerolls. But raids. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to AFK farm raids. You want to use Tiny Task. Now, in my opinion, image detection auto hotkey macros are the best. They're way better than Tiny Task. But I don't know if I have a good one to show you. I just use Informals, but Informals is paid. So I'm not really going to promote Informals for free, especially when it's a paid macro. A lot of you don't want me to be, you know, promoting a paid macro in the first place. So I don't know. If there's a free ALS macro, I don't know what it is, okay? There probably is one out there, so if you go find free ALS auto hotkey macro, if you find that, then then you find that. Obviously, I can't tell if it's a virus or not because I don't know what you're looking for. But if you just find it on YouTube, then that's going to be the best thing. But yeah, I'm just going to show you how to use Time Task because I don't know any free auto-hotkey macros. But if you do like Senya or Informer, you pay for one, then that's up to you. So Time Task link will be in the description. But one thing I want to mention is if you do your stage 6 raids every single day, each 3, she says it here now, which is nice, 3 daily boosts. What 3 daily boosts means, it means a guarantee give you rerolls. Wait, why does it say 100%? Does it say 100%? I think it says 100% for the 3 daily boosts. But after that, it shouldn't be 100%. I don't know, I said 100%. Then it's like a 40% chance to give you rerolls. So yeah, do 3 Act 6. Act 6 is the only one that gives you rerolls. Actually, no, stage 5, but it's on. This was the best, okay. Do Act 6 on each raid if you're really about it, like if you're really trying to nerd it out. Because I call like a decent amount of us, let's be honest, we're kind of lazy. We just set the macro and then that's it. We don't do each Act 6 raid. Some of you do, and I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Do all your Act 6 raids 3 times, and you're guaranteed to get rerolls in all those 3 stages because you can see the daily boost. But once you're done with the daily boost, it won't say 100%, it'll be less chance. So in my opinion, you don't necessarily have to macro the hardest raid in the game to get the most amount of rerolls because, oh, kicking me out. But as you can see, this will give you 5 to 6 rerolls. But if you go all the way, let's say up here to Wonder Eye, it'll also give you 5 to 6 rerolls. It'll give you the same amount of jewels. It'll give you a little bit less emeralds. And it won't give you the new currency. So in my opinion, you don't have to do the hardest one if you're not good enough. It gives you a little bit better rewards, sure. And you get the unit pity. But if you're not good enough, you don't have to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever you find easiest to macro, you can just do that one. So this one's kind of annoying to macro. This one actually isn't, to be fair. So I'll show you how to do this one. This is the one I farm usually because it's just a really easy farm. So get Time Task and I'll open it right now. Okay, so once you've got Time Task, I'm a little bit laggy because I don't know. I was trying to record my screen with Time Task open and it was just tweaking. So we've got preferences. Now, how fast you make it is up to you. But the more, like the faster you make the custom speed, the faster it'll obviously do it. But it'll also make you like take up temporary memory or whatever. So it'd make you lag temporarily, but and then after you close the game or reset your PC, whatever, it'll be completely fine. You're not actually, damaging your PC. But I'm gonna just make the playback speed like 4, and you can just copy that. And then continuous playback, turn that on. Recording hotkey, just gonna make my recording F8 and just make your playback hotkey the top one. So record hotkey F8, playback top one, but we'll change that back later. So yeah, make sure you've done your recording a playback hotkey, continuous playback and custom speed. You can reduce or increase it. That's up to you, but I'll show you the macro first, then you can do what you like. So I said I was going to do this raid, stage 6, and I wanted to try and test this one. So this element is dark, so I want to bring a couple light units. Now, realistically, you want to do a raid where you don't have to bring a farm. You can obviously bring a farm and do the raid Time Task, but it's just going to make it a lot more effort. However, something like this is pretty easy. Actually, no, do I want to bring a farm? Wait, do I have a good light star? Let me have a look. I might want to do... I don't even need a good light star for that stage, but we'll have a look anyways. So I do have like a cheap light star. That's not 600 though. What's like a really cheap star? Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to use each go. You can use more units. You can use farms, whatever. It is really nice, up to you. But I'm just going to go into Central C stage 6. Go in here, start, and then I'm gonna beat the stage. But once you beat the stage, don't do anything. You can lose, you can beat it, but I think just beat the stage, you know what I'm saying? Just get your free rerolls. So yeah, I'm gonna teleport here, beat the stage, and I'll be back once I beat it. So once you get onto that screen, don't do anything. And actually, you could just position your camera in the meanwhile. So I'm gonna see how far I have to place back since it costs 700. So depending on how much cash it costs, that's how I'm doing it. So, okay, 650, so I can't necessarily place them here just yet. Obviously, once I place my Ichigo, just one tap these people. Actually, no, I think I got 8 million health. Okay, so I could actually Time Task placing him here, to be fair. And then place him down, and then boom, there you go. He's just cooking him. So, yeah, I'm going to beat the stage. I'll position my camera like here. It's not that serious. And, yeah, I'll be back once I've beaten the stage. I almost forgot to mention, but make sure in settings you have Seamless Retry on. So, if you go to Seamless Retry, turn that on. Now apparently it does mess up Time Task macros, so maybe don't. I don't know though. That's, I mean, I guess the comment section can let you know since I do use auto hotkey macros. But just turn on Seamless Retry, at least what I'm going to use. If it does make your overnights mess up, then you can take it off. Then you'll have to do a delay. So let's say when you click retry, you spam click retry, wait, load in, and then it's a little bit of effort, I'm not going to lie. So just keep Seamless Retry on and just see what happens, because it makes your life 10 times easier. Okay, so once you beat the stage, you want to remember your key, which I told you was F8. You're going to press that and you're going to see this recording go red. So F8 on your keyboard, spam click retry a little bit. Then I'm going to place my Ichigo here, click, and then I'm going to spam T. That's all you have to do. And then end the recording with F8 again. And then what we're going to do is preferences. Put recording hotkey on the top one. Put playback hotkey on F8. And then we're going to press F8. Make sure you have continuous playback on. And all it's going to do is going to click retry. Place down Ichigo. And then try upgrade him. Once you place him down, because I pressed T, like I said, it's going to keep upgrading him. And then, yeah, it's pretty simple. Retry, place, can't place, upgrade. There you go. Simple, easy time task. If you use time task, then you already know exactly what I'm talking about. You probably even need the explanation, but it's very simple. And I'm only doing it with one unit. You can do other macros with multiple units, harder stages, whatever. But this is just the easiest for me to showcase. You don't need to use Ichigo to do this. You can stand further back and use Kirito, or you can do easier raid. Like, it's all up to you. But that's the basics. So time task, link in the description. But autarky macros always be the best because they're just image detection and all that stuff. But yeah, simple macro. I mean, I'll show you guys that it works. And then we'll move on. So you saw it worked. I was low AFK scroll on TikTok, my bad. But you saw it worked, so let's just move on. The last thing we got off this video is jewels, and I don't know if I'll even put jewels in the video, but jewels, I mean, I pretty much just showed you the best way is just get it whilst farming rerolls. But you can also get jewels from Battle Pass and also by doing Purgatory Story. So if you do Story over here, Purgatory, it'll give you jewels. But realistically, raids give you the most amount of jewels and you get reels along the way. I don't know where my voice has gone. This also gives you jewels, gives you 10k of there for level rewards. And then you can get jewels from Daily Wheel. No, you can't actually. I don't know. I'm capping. But jewels is just, it's not that hard once you start farming raids and story and things like that. And then we got pearls. Now, pearls is like probably one of the more sought after items. So with jewels, I'm not gonna lie to you, you just gotta not waste them. Okay, you can get some pearls from the daily bill. These are the pearls that run out after 3 days, and then these are dust pearls which you can keep for a very long time. I have 62 of them actually. I might as well spend some. So who am I missing right now? Sorry, I gotta spend a couple. I don't know who I should spend them on. Let me look at my godlies real quick. Godly, they all have pretty decent ones actually. Nah, my Eskimo's got a bunch one. So you always want to spend these pearls first. Oh, glorious first roll. I'll take that any day. My idol Loki needs the cheap enchant. But yeah, always. Oh, I'm getting everything I need first try. Let me do the same with Bulma then. So you want to spend these pearls first every single time before spending your dust pearls, because these run out after a couple of days. So you might accidentally forget to use them or whatever. But with pearls, you just get them mostly from the shops and battle passes and tournaments and things like that. And when you get them, you don't want to waste them too much because they're supposed to be kind of like the rare item, because rerolls, obviously now everyone can get loads and loads of rerolls. So I guess they added pearls potentially as a rare item. So yeah, the efficient both of those. So tournaments give a lot of pearls, and it's another reason why a lot of people do tournaments, because it gives you 40 dusk pearls on top of the rerolls and shards. So always do tournaments, like I've said multiple times throughout this video. The shop gives you pearls, so realistically, if you're trying to be an endgame player, you can buy pearls. Good look, you only get 5, so they keep it low on purpose. Event wheel, this can give you 5 pearls. Let me actually do some of the spins. Boom, why not? 10 rerolls, 5 pearls? Nope. Couple of rerolls right there. And then obviously the boss rush raids and survival shops can give you pearls. So boss rush here, you can get 3 pearls, but they never give you dust pearls. Dust pearls are more rare. So realistically, get that battle pass. Battle pass gives you a lot of pearls. Trust me, I'm looking at the start. There's 100 levels to BP now, if you're a returning player. So you can get a lot of pearls from this as well. So yeah, don't waste your pearls too much. But they need to do something about the rates for mystical and things like that, because it's a bit weird. But I mean, yeah, there's not really much else. Is clan rewards good? I've not even looked at these, you know. I don't do clans. Sorry. But yeah, hopefully that's it. I'm sorry. I don't know, I'm tweaking right now. Subscribe. I'm gonna make a lot of ALS content. Anime Rising drops soon, or Trademark's new game, and Anime Vanguards. I'm actually hyped for the next update. It's gonna be some update. I wasn't too hyped for the recent one. Well, I was hyped, but I was disappointed. But yeah, I've got some content planned. My next video is probably gonna be a account video, so I'll see how you guys like that one. But yeah, this is just a guide, since obviously a lot of people are jumping on ALS. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, like, comment for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.